Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Relevant Fucking Content, the podcast. We bringing you another episode today on mental health, mental wellness. How y'all girls doing today?
You know me, beautiful, black, blessed, and gay.
You had to add the last part.
You know, that's what I said last week, so I'm gonna just go with it again.
Oh, okay, so I think we got the gay part together.
Blessed and highly favored.
Who, child? You sure you favored?
You sure you blessed?
Oh, cause
and is.
Ooh, child.
I was correct.
Anyway, so we're talking about something tonight that's very important and nearest and dearest to my heart, which is mental health, which needs to be addressed. And we just gonna talk about everything that encompasses it. But before we get into that, we're gonna get into our celebrity gossip hood chronicles. So what happened this week, Tasia?
Why are you talking so low?
Am I talking low?
You are.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, I could heard you first time, but you know.
So what we talking about?
Leave her alone. Yeah,
He's
right.
such a bully, and that's why it's so important to talk about mental. No, wait.
Oh my
but
God.
It's so
Here she
important
go.
to talk
Here she
about
go.
how you can have outside triggers like Drake, and how that can affect your self-consciousness and everything. But we're gonna get into that.
We definitely gonna get into that.
Get into bullying
triggers.
But let's talk about this Colorado landlord.
Yeah,
Landlord of the trailer park.
Man, listen, this person always made irrelevant motherfucker of the week because it was just too much. But if y'all didn't know, there was a landlord in what state it was? Colorado that basically said that we're not. The letter said to the tenants that said we're not telling you who to vote for, but if Biden wins the presidential election, that rent will go up.
And if Trump wins, that it'll stay the same for 2 years.
Right, at least.
And he also said taxes, utilities, gasoline, groceries.
First of all, let's talk about how this is against the law.
Yeah, it's very illegal.
Very illegal.
Extremely illegal.
Against the
extremely. Like, for real. So, but it seems as though it was more so a, subjective comment, more so if you vote for this person, then XYZ will happen. Not necessarily saying that they were going to do it, but this is just going to happen, But either way, it could be seen as I'm just going to raise your rent, because you lost. And the tenants have no control over who wins the presidential election,
They only control their vote.
Exactly.
Not majority. And also, it's I think important to mention that most of the tenants that live there are Hispanic.
Right.
Really?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So they did that on purpose. And
a lot of them said that right now they're living, that they've been living there for a while, and a lot of them are living paycheck to paycheck because of the pandemic, and they feel, almost threatened by how this election go, and they have no control over the
That's
election.
Crazy.
Well,
so
Colorado is already an expensive state, but to basically kind of force them to vote for Trump, kind of outlandish.
That's voter intimidation, though.
Not just that, it's even say they all do vote for Trump, but Biden still wins.
Exactly.
So
it's still gonna go up. Exactly. So it's still out of their control.
And what it really is them being mad that if you make over $400,000, that Biden is going to raise your taxes. But none of y'all capped that out last year because I seen y'all W-2s. I printed them out and mailed them,
Lord
and
Jesus.
y'all ain't make that.
Every week you get the hints that get closer and closer to your place of employment.
Exactly. She telling everybody where she work at. I don't know why she don't doing that. She be hearing hey,
don't say my place of
employment. It's
employment.
like a dog whistle.
I got all the secrets.
I mean,
of
but
your faves.
I guess in her defense, there are multiple places that does that. So
yes, but it's major one.
Anyway,
it's the list getting real thin,
real thin. But no, it is crazy to see a lot of people, especially I think I always say that Facebook is where a lot of more of my uneducated social media associates is, and then Twitter you might get they get a little bit more
they're very liberal,
complex,
very
but
liberal.
Facebook, as soon as Biden released his plan, I'm half of y'all making minimum wage.
This don't even hit 35K.
This don't even hit 35K at all. this don't affect me
at all.
And I mean, I make a pretty penny,
right?
No, but that don't even affect me. And the people I see complaining about it, it really don't affect y'all
at all.
It's just like y'all complaining to complain. You trying to find something
exactly
to up Trump,
and it's nothing
wokeness.
There.
It's nothing there. It's fake woke. It's fake woke.
Like a lot of people, they want to say, they want to bring up Biden's past or Kamala's past or history as a prosecutor, and I'm like, first of all, she's a prosecutor. It's her job to put people in jail. Secondly, they want to bring up the crime bill with Biden when he wasn't the only senator that passed on the crime bill, and they want to completely forget that Trump is the one who publicly said that the Central Five guys were guilty, and they were kids at the time, that they were thugs, guilty, needed to rot in prison and all this kind of stuff, and he still stood by that
even when they were exonerated.
Exactly, and still stood by it. There was a guy seen on Facebook today, not a friend of mine, but a friend of somebody that I'm friends with, and he was talking about how Biden talked shit about Haiti. And somebody else said, do you not remember when Trump said Haiti was a shithole?
Exactly. A shithole country.
A shithole country. Then he wanted to talk about Biden, the rumors and accusations of Biden being a child molester.
Oh my God. But then we talk about Trump and...
We have a president that was accounted, like publicly seen, evidence, pictures show.
They ignored that.
Countless number of records with him with Jeffrey Epstein. Not only that, this is the president who said, you just grab him by the pussy and they'll let you. So
the same man saying he would date his daughter.
Yeah, those not just that too. For the people who have a problem with the abortion thing, then y'all president wanted his daughter Tiffany to be aborted. So what?
But you know what
exactly
the gag is? The gag is that when he came down with COVID,
treatment.
The treatment they gave him was basically from stem cell or something like that. Stem cell from more aborted fetuses. So it's kind of like,
and he promised y'all that y'all would get the same treatment he got. So
I don't want that treatment. They can keep that shit.
Basically, he's saying he's gonna abort. There's gonna be some more aborted babies, enough to go around to give everybody the same treatment he got.
No, it wasn't not when the pandemic first hit where they said black people. I think Dr. Fauci said black people should be the first person to receive the vaccine.
He's sick too,
and I'm not gonna be y'all test dummy.
Nope.
Because if we look at the history and the trajectory of going in the past and how black people were basically surgically examined on
like Project MK Ultra
without consent, Tuskegee. Syphilis experiment. How there's one gynecologist, I can't remember, but basically he would test on black people because he said black people can't,
feel pain more.
They can't feel as much pain as white people do. Our nerve endings are different because our skin may be thicker. It's just a whole line of bullshit and how we basically never had control over our bodies.
And that's a whole corruption with just medical care in general, because still to this day, black women are the most at risk when giving birth, or anytime we step foot into a hospital.
They're not taken seriously. The pain tolerance
is a lot higher. Yeah, because they feel as if we have a higher pain tolerance than other people.
For some odd reason.
Is it like my skin color doesn't make me less tolerable to pain? If I say I'm hurting. I'm hurting. Give me the same care as you would give pale face.
Not pale face. I'm screaming.
Indeed.
Oh wow!
I said it. It's like ridiculous what our ancestors went through. Just being operated on without anesthesia. Basically getting these experiments where you actually gave a group of black men syphilis without them knowing, so you could do like your experiments and shit, and that's just bullshit to me.
It's crazy.
Complete bullshit. Not only that, they're trying to rush a COVID vaccine,
in which it's been approved by the FDA, I believe.
But for me, most of the vaccines that are actually effective, they take between 3 to 5 years at minimum. To be, they're
gonna run like zombies.
Exactly. So no, I'll skip out on that. I will wear my mask for however long I have to wear my mask. Honestly, I like wearing my mask because I'll call you a bitch and you won't even know it. Just like the stupid bitch at Subway.
I'm screaming, man. Not a stupid bitch.
Stupid bitch at Subway who made my sub. First of all, she swore she knew me and insisted give me free drinks, so I'm not even gonna flex on that. But she kept talking about like she wanted to put tomatoes on my sub.
Why?
And I'm like,
why specifically
underneath
tomato?
my mask, I'm like, bitch, I don't eat tomatoes. But she can't see that. So I honestly like.
I'm not gonna play with you.
No, I'm not getting that vaccine. I haven't had a flu shot since.
I haven't had a flu shot
2011.
ever.
I used to work at CVS, so they would give it to us for free, but I stopped doing that. And it mainly had to do with, y'all know that video where that girl is walking backwards doing the walk it out?
She faked that,
I know she faked it, but still, it scared me at the time. Before we knew that it was plagiarized, that shit scared the fuck out of me. And I just feel like our bodies have their own immunity. You shouldn't have to, like, if I could take it back, I wouldn't want to be vaccinated.
I don't think
we had no choice of that as a child. I would say polio and
that's different.
I'm definitely
meningitis, but the other ones, your body can build its own immunity to
I'm
that.
definitely not an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah,
so
me
I do
either.
believe certain vaccines, like if they have, certain vaccines that make you immune to certain things, then okay.
Yeah.
But I don't put the flu shot in me just because.
Nope, never.
There's multiple.
I've never had the flu.
Right.
I've never had the flu either, and I've
either.
never had a flu shot. Mm-hmm. But it's so many strains of the flu virus that you could get the shot and you could still catch the flu.
Yeah, still, even though
the flu shot is I think it only protects you from like 5 or 6 strains.
Different strains.
100 strains of the flu virus out there.
But speaking of a virus, Waka Flocka this week. Let's segue into that one.
Yeah, because that's definitely a virus.
Waka Flocka, coonerism is real, y'all. I don't care what nobody say. It is a mental illness and should be classified as such, but there is no excuse for it, and there is no cure for coonerism. So if you're suffering coonerism, please call 1-800-FUCK-YOURSELF. Back to Waka Flocka.
No, they need help. They need to be shown the light.
Some people are
sis, you see old boy that be on my page with that bullshit from last night. Ain't no light from that.
Some people are bad.
I feel like it's a learning experience.
Ain't no light from that. But in this week, y'all might have heard Waka Flocka basically came out and said that he thinks Trump is a better president than Obama. And he just kind of showed his support. Well, he didn't really say much. So what happened was someone had commented on a post on Obama, and then Flocka basically jumped in the comments and said something about how President Trump is basically was a better president than Obama. Well, sis, let me tell you something. We all know that Waka Flocka is not a person that should be a person of beacon of hope when it comes to mental things and being the smartest person in the world, because he isn't. And I'm sorry, I love Tammy, girl, you can sing, but baby, your man is a dumbass. And I'm just waiting for the time to where maybe sometime this week she just come out and just basically support him in his bullshit. So
I think
so she can get canceled as well.
Supported Kanye.
Who supported Kanye?
Waka.
Oh, of course he did.
Because he's an idiot.
He's a homophobic
He's
idiot.
An idiot with a doctorate degree.
Oh my God, what he got it in? Hood
honorary. Come on,
I did my work,
honorary.
Bitch.
Yes, it's honorary.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't like that.
No.
Was it honorary?
Yes.
Oh, no. That's not a degree.
Posthumous. All the.
Who gave him that?
No, he got a. I don't know what school it was. I can't think. Probably some school in Atlanta.
Bitch, of course. Atlantaism. Atlanta, y'all full of bullshit. Bye.
I can see a posthumous if you did a lot of philanthropy work.
But what did he do besides scream about? Yeah, I'm Waka Flocka.
So I don't know. I don't agree with
they
the
see my
honorary
shit. Don't
degree,
even
but
lie
that's
to
another
you.
story.
They see my shit.
It's
just slap in the face. The
it's
bitch
the
is
fact
really.
that he said
He's sitting here
that.
working for 4 years.
All night with the boys all night.
Okay.
See my shit, dog.
No. And it's just the fact that he said that Trump has been a better president than Obama was.
Like, with what facts is that supported in which state? Because, and even when people bring up like unemployment with Obama, do you not realize that in 2008 Obama basically stepped in and fixed everything Bush fucking crashed with? Like, we were in a housing crash in 2008. Like, crash, boom, gone, housing crash, people on unemployment, people losing their jobs. Like, it was fucking bad. And it seemed to kind of all just kind of fix itself over the next few years. And by the time Obama got to leave office, the unemployment rate had been so low